Believe it or not, Me and McGee Market got its start with pecans. Hey everybody, I'm Logan and we are at Dr. Lindle's pecan orchard in between Dover and Hector. It's my old stomping grounds. We're gonna visit with Joel, who manages this property and has made it absolutely gorgeous, and learn what makes this area unique.
I'm Joel Villa. I'm the farm manager here at Lindle Farms. We're in a small community called Scottsville in between Hector and Dover, Arkansas. We're in the bottomlands of the Illinois Bayou. It's really great sandy, loamy soil with a high pH of around 6.2 in most of our fields. We have 130 trees on 10 rows, and we broke ground on February 15th, and all irrigation, earth moving, trees planted, everything complete by April 15th. Planting an orchard of this size is a long-term investment that will span many generations.
All right, Joel, coming out here just kind of brings back a lot of memories. This is kind of my old stomping grounds. Been up and down these creeks a lot in the past. It's really neat how you have brought all these trees right beside the Illinois Bayou. Why is that important though?
The soil composition out here is perfect pH, perfect drainage. Everything for pecans is ideal in this particular field.
Is that experimental part of agriculture? Is that why all the different size trees are out here? What is the reason that there's a size difference?
Well, for one, we wanted to see which different sizes and which varieties kind of took off naturally with very little fertilizer and assistance, just outside of nature itself.
So how many types of trees are out here?
We started with 6, and the primary reason for that was we wanted to see which varieties would just sort of take off and which ones were going to pollinate better with each other. And it's been, quite the experience just watching them these past 6 months, really. Yeah. And the Oconee, the Stewart, and the Kanza really seem to be the best performers in this particular area.
Okay, because all soil types across the state, or I guess across the world, even in relatively small places, they're different, like a lot different, aren't they?
Right.
And so we are in a floodplain.
Yes.
But that is kind of an advantage in some areas for the nutrients of the soil.
Right.
So the pecans, are you enjoying it?
Very much.
It's a learning curve with it too.
There is a lot to learn.
I love working with people and highlighting people that are passionate about, let's leave this world a little bit better for our kids and grandkids in the future. And that's why I wanted to come out here so bad. The conservation side of what you're doing is perfectly laid out with your irrigation system. Why did you choose to go this route?
That's a great question. So from the very beginning, Dr. Lindle and I were highly focused on conservation as being a big part of this operation. So with our proximity to the Illinois Bayou being such a crystal clear, just super clean body of water, it made sense to us to irrigate from the Illinois rather than drilling a well and having all that iron and mineral content that's not necessarily conducive to pecan yield.
Yeah.
So in turn, it does get a little bit shallow in places. So we knew that we were going to have an ultra efficient system in place so that we would be as low impact on the bayou as possible.
Yeah.
And give the trees what they need without overtaxing our natural resources.
I love it, love it. So we're not depleting an aquifer.
No.
It's you only run it for a very short amount of time during the day too.
Even in the heat of summer, we only run for 10 minutes a day.
That is a crazy short amount of time. And it's right there at the root. All right, we've got to go look at it. Let's go turn this bad boy on.
Let's do it. This farm has been homesteaded since Arkansas was just a territory, and Lindle Farms was established in 2019. Dr. Lindle is a renowned cardiologist at the Arkansas Heart Hospital. So I've known Dr. Lindle for years. I've done a lot of stone masonry and landscaping work for him, and late last year he approached me about the possibility of starting a pecan farm in North Arkansas. And I was immediately intrigued by the idea, and it has really evolved exponentially in the past 9 months.
One of the big reasons that we got you out here was to hear your dream. What do you see? What's your vision for the property, for the farm?
Well, you have probably watched Red October movie. And there was a guy there who said that his dream was to immigrate to the United States and buy a farm.
Yeah.
Well, here I am.
Here you
That's
are.
my dream. I immigrated to the United States almost 20 years now. I've been here in this country, and Arkansas is my home.
You love Arkansas.
I love Arkansas, and I love to make Arkansas more beautiful. So having the farm and make that farm more beautiful makes Arkansas. This gives me enormous pleasure of seeing that place grow. And I didn't even realize the potential of that place. When I saw it, I saw the beauty of this, but then as it develops, I realize what a wonderful, wonderful place it is. And it's, even driving there, it gives me enormous pleasure. Seeing the places, the hills, the river, it's where I rest, this is where I spend my time, this is where I live.
You love it.
Yes.
You absolutely love it. So the farmers we talk to, the pride that they have in being outdoors, whatever they're doing, if they're growing, raising bison or growing pumpkins or anything in between, there is a pride in it. And family.
In the family.
And
yes.
family. Is that something that you foresee growing for your family?
Absolutely. And I would like to say that in generations in my family, and to be pride of my family, and somebody years to come can come and enjoy it and say, okay, this is what I created.
Yes.
Yes.
And so like with your pecans, they're relatively young.
Yes.
But
they'll
be
80,
here.
Yes, 80 more years to go.
80 years and they'll have the big old pecans.
Yes. Because everybody has been saying to me, well, pecan tree is going to take 10, 15 years to see any nuts, but I'm not in a hurry. And it also gives me enormous pleasure to see tree grows. I always love trees, and to create something environmentally friendly, something good for environment, something good for that area. It's great, so we could watch those trees grow together and enjoy it.
Did you know agriculture is the #1 industry in Arkansas and tourism is #2? So there's a perfect opportunity for farmers, landowners to join that together,
yes,
share our gorgeous state, and help
yes.
people learn.
And people are welcome. I always enjoy people at the farm. And we developed the bank on that Illinois Bayou, and it's spectacular river. I didn't realize how beautiful that is until I saw it. I never knew that water can be as clear and as perfect. I mean, this is a beautiful place.
Clear and blue
yes.
and gorgeous.
Yes, and full of fish.
And full of fish.
Yes.
And Joel, we got to give him a lot of props too.
And that's where I was going to say also. So if I had a vision, I love the place, but nothing I would have been able to do by myself without Joel Villa, because he is the one who could execute, who has been exceedingly instrumental of telling me how things has to be done, what's the proper way of doing stuff. And so that partnership between me and him, and we could make this place look as it is right now. But without him, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
I love the model of having the means, the opportunity to get it, and then somebody who is probably as passionate about you.
Exactly.
Y'all two go
And he is
hand
very
in hand.
passionate about it, absolutely.
Making it happen.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Love it.
Thank you. And you're always welcome to come. As the years goes by, we could always show it in development, and I would be happy to have you there.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you coming
Yes.
out and visiting the market and sharing your
Very
story.
well. My pleasure.
A lot of awesome memories flooding back of time spent in these creeks. It's really neat to see how agriculture is able to go hand in hand with a positive way in such a tourist attraction. We're glad that Joel and Dr. Lindle let us come out and see the place, and it's definitely at the ground stages. So hopefully over the years we'll be out here and you'll be able to see how it grows with them. Thanks for watching.